Coming up on tonight's show, we've got yet another segment of the sports trivia, as well as a guest for the Beaver Roundtable. You're watching the Beaver Sports Show on KBVR TV. Stay tuned. Well, welcome to another exciting edition of the Beaver Sports Show. I'm your host, Audrey Wiltz, and alongside me, as always, is the one and only Jacob Nokes and the man, the myth, the legend, Alex Crawford. How are you guys doing tonight, guys?
Doing good. Weather's been getting a little better. Spring's right around the corner, so I can't complain.
Yeah, you got all that bad weather feeling out of you?
I wouldn't go that far. You know, we're still in Oregon. Things still change very rapidly, but the sun's coming out, so I'm all right.
Good. Jacob, how you doing?
I'm good. It's Civil War Day. I'm excited to watch the Beavers take on the Ducks tonight. So
Absolutely.
Hopefully we can pull out a big W.
I know. I think we'll talk about that in a little bit. We've got a lot of sports to talk about. We've got new logos and uniforms. The men's and women's Pac-12 basketball tournaments are coming up after they finish up these last few games. We've got a lot of Pac-12 players of the week to mention. But first, let's check in with Logan McGinnis for the away sports update.
Thanks, Audrey. The Oregon State women's basketball team got 12 points from Jamie Wisner, but took the loss to Stanford, 90-53. And going on to their next game, Jamie Wisner posted her third double-double of the season, but Cal rallied back to take the lead 58-56 in the final game. Now, back to you guys.
Thanks, Logan. Just as always, some of the Beaver Sports Show crew members went out on campus to test the sports IQ of some people walking by. Here's the sports trivia clip for the week.
What's up, Beaver Nation? It's Jeff Lowe. We're here again doing another episode of the Beaver Sports Show out in the MU Quad. Finally stopped raining, so we're gonna go see if we can find some people to do some trivia. How many former OSU football players are at the NFL Combine right now?
5. Like how recent or?
Like as in they were playing on the team last year, like this past season. They're at the Combine right now.
Okay, 2.
They figure.
Say 2.
Well, you gotta name them.
Oh.
We're not giving you the. We're not just giving you
I
the
have
number.
no idea.
I don't know names.
Do you know anybody from the Beaver Sports from the football team?
Do you?
No.
3.
Can you name them?
I cannot name them.
It's actually 2, and it's Marcus Wheaton and Jordan Poyer. What is the OSU softball's winning streak right now?
7.
5. That's a random number.
Okay.
11.
Well, they couldn't have played that many games, so
I'll give you a hint. It's double digits.
I'm gonna go with 12.
10.
26.
Okay. Who is the only senior on the Oregon State men's basketball team? We'll switch it up. We'll go to you.
Moreland?
No.
Burton?
No idea.
Can't even throw out a guess.
We don't know names or people.
Marcus.
I
Marcus
know we need
Wheaton.
my dad.
If you would have asked me this like an hour ago, I would have known.
Why an hour ago?
Because I'm blanking right now. I have no idea.
Joe Burton. All right. Final question. Where is the women's basketball Pac-12 tournament going to be held this year? It's a Northwest city, and it's not Portland.
Somewhere in California.
That's not really Northwest. Sorry.
Okay, Washington.
But where in Washington?
Seattle.
That's not true.
I don't know.
It's in a major city.
Oh. Chicago.
It is Seattle. All right, we'll give you that. For the OSU Beaver Sports Trivia Show, I'm Jeff Lowe. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thanks, you guys. The women's gymnastics team got first place over Seattle Pacific and University of Arizona in the pink out meet this past Friday. And Michaela Stambaugh was the standout, and she received Pac-12 Gymnast of the Week for the second week in a row.
But she wasn't the only Beaver being recognized. OSU softball player Natalie Hampton received Pac-12 Player of the Week honors, as well as OSU baseball pitcher Matt Boyd, who received Pac-12 Pitcher of the Week recognition.
I know, and it's crazy. It seems like our pitchers are pretty good this year. Andrew Moore, freshman pitcher, I don't know if you guys heard about this. He had 2 shutouts in a row, and that's the first time this has happened since the 2006 season.
He went to high school with you, right?
He did. He's he's part of the Highlanders down in North Eugene, which is pretty cool to see him pitching alongside Matt Boyd, who's also very talented.
And our men's baseball team's off to the best start since 1962, and we're 8-0, so that's good to see.
I think it's awesome. So we've got more baseball talk coming up in a bit, and the Beaver Roundtable, as well as some facility tours with the OSU wrestling team. So we'll be right back after this quick commercial break. Sports Show crew members got a special inside look facility tour with Scott Sakaguchi and Chad Hankey of the OSU wrestling team. They took some time to show us around their crib. Take a look.
How's it going, Beaver Sports Show? I'm Scott Sakaguchi.
And I'm Chad Hankey.
Alright, we're going to take you on a tour of the Dale Thomas Wrestling Room. First off, right here we have the mural, and this is where you'll see mine and Chad's pictures one day coming up.
Yeah, I think mine's going right there.
Yeah,
Scott's right there. Just the great wrestlers in Oregon State history.
Yeah.
And then we come in here, we'll fall into the wrestling room.
So here we have the weight set, and this is the cleanest I think I've ever seen it. Usually we have guys like Chad that lift the heaviest weights, and then like to leave them out for the little guys like me to pick up for them. But yeah, this is where we pump and get muscle mass we need.
There's some more weight right there. Hey, here's our 2 gigantic mats that we wrestle on, and this is where all the action happens. That's my mat, and this is everybody else's mat. So we get a lot of room to wrestle around in here.
Yeah, what's nice about this room is most of the wrestling rooms I went to on the East Coast to look at, they look pretty similar to Freddy Krueger's boiling room. So this is nice, open space, open windows. A day like this with the sunshine, it's always nice.
Yeah, there's Jared right there making some Gatorade for us. And yeah, not too many wrestlers get a nice view like we do, so we get some sunshine in here. It's not all depressing like most schools have, so we get lucky that way.
Over here, yeah, we got more weights, and then we got where we weigh in. Yep, this is where the intimidation happens. Half my wins come with the weigh-ins for the scale. Yeah. One look at me, and they're pretty much done.
And then these are the bleachers for sitting. This is where we sit when we get tired. Yeah. Or if fans just want to come in and check out practice, they can sit here too, I guess. So over here we have Scott's favorite workout machine. Oh, yes. The dreaded treadmill. Yeah. This is where a lot of weight's been lost and a lot of miles have been ran.
The thing is, we only have one treadmill, and about 10 guys that need to lose weight every week, so it's always a battle trying to check each other's schedules to see who's going to get it, and then it's kind of like a dominance thing of who gets to use it first, and that's always interesting. Yeah, it's a seniority thing that gets played out usually.
So you come over here, we have the top of the line stereo system from the 1980s, and yeah, crank some tunes while we're working out. I think it picks up country, and that's about it.
It's probably about $40 worth of copper over there too, if anyone was ever gonna come in here.
And this is Adam. He's never been taken down. Never been. The only guy who can say that on the wrestling team.
Yeah. It's a pretty good snap down defense, I can see.
Yeah,
he never goes down though. Yeah.
We can get on his legs, but we just can't finish on him.
Roberts has tried many times. He'll hang on it, but never get him down.
Then, I don't know, maybe my favorite part here, pull-up bar. I think the guy with the record on the team. 5. But yeah, used for many things too. And over here the ropes also used for climbing. swinging. Whatever you want to do. It's a multi-purpose room, so we can do lots of fun stuff. We can jump on the mats or climb a rope.
This is an interesting area. Before they start stringing these up, these would just kind of hang around. And people would be like obstacle coursing while wrestling and bumping into them. That always added a whole new dynamic to wrestling when you have things like that.
Yeah, a little obstacle course in here. Another thing that the pull-up bars can be used for is, playing basketball. A lot of times when we get warmed up here, we go out there and play basketball and shoot around. And see how good my J is right now. I don't know.
It's look good.
I'm gonna keep making it until I'm gonna keep shooting until I make it. So again, this is why we wrestle.
Come with us into the locker room. Into the locker room.
And we made it. This is the locker room. This is, I don't know if you guys want to go inside or not, but this is where all the magic happens.
Yeah, we've upgraded the security code on this. The old one, it was every button was completely punched in that we used. So basically, you could guess the combination. It was 4 numbers that were all punched in completely, and you basically had to use your pinky and just jab at it for about 5 minutes until you could get it. So this is really nice. I've actually been very thankful for this new lock here.
Yeah. So this is Oregon State's Hall of Fame. This is all the All-Americans we've had in the past, starting from the most recent, going all the way down to the very first All-American that we have. We go all the way around the corner and stuff. But our pride of joy is right here in Mr. Scott Sakaguchi's picture. He's doing the pose right now. This is what we strive for. This is when you know you've made it.
This is when you made it. Everyone makes fun of me for this picture, but I feel like it's a
good photo. It's a good photo.
Shows my Japanese side. I feel like they did a fine job.
He's an athlete, but he's also academics. That's first. We're student athletes.
Yeah, I actually went fishing today, so yeah, it's obviously academics and wrestling
and fishing.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Follow us into the hot seat of the coach's office.
So here's another lounge room here. We've got the TV and a very, very comfortable couch right there. And all the coach's office. Here's our Pac-12 championships from last year. The team that took home the title. As you can see, this is the Pac-12 trophy from last year. We're the first team at Oregon State to have one of these, and we're very proud of it. From the switch from Pac-10 to the Pac-12. Here it is, and we're hoping to get another one this year. All right, so now we're going up to where we wrestle at. This is our house. No one else's.
I can never touch
it. Here's the pre-match warm-up right here. Right before we go out and wrestle in Gill, we all stand right here. Usually our doors open or something like that. We kind of wait for our countdown to go out. So a lot of nerves flooding around right here, but the excitement is when they call us out, we all get to run out the stores and
got the goosebumps
and go. I know. Let's go wrestle.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like jumping in cold water. You kind of just sit there and you're like amping yourself up and getting ready to go. And then you take the plunge and dive right in.
Excited. The nerves turn to excited when we run through these doors.
Yeah.
Can we go? So like I said, we run out here, and usually on game day we have the mats sprawled out, and we run around the mats, and get ready to wrestle. This is it.
So we're just gonna show you the mats real quick. As you can see, this is our game day mat. It is huge. It is 3 pieces. It takes pretty much all the second team guys to lug it around and move it. Crank and pulley system. It's a real pain, let me tell you. I'm glad I do not have to do this anymore. I'm usually getting ready for my match. Because clean up afterwards and preparing beforehand it's not a fun deal. Many complaints, yeah. But it takes a lot.
It's a nice mat.
Yeah, it takes a lot of teamwork to get it out, for sure. Yeah, but they're really nice. Really nice
We're
condition.
fortunate to have good mats.
Alright, we showed you the facilities, we showed you our wrestling room, showed you Gil, seen how we compete.
Hey, Beaver Sports Show, it's been real, but it's time for you guys to get out of here.
Go on. Before we have to blast W. Come on.
Get on.
Come on.
Very cool segment, guys. We hope to have more facility tours in the future. So now it's time for what you've all been waiting for, the Beaver Roundtable. So I've been kind of bad about this in the past, but you know how the rules go. Try to keep it under 30 seconds if you can. First question, we're going to talk about OSU Beavers baseball. They are ranked 5th in the nation according to NCAA.com. What do you think our chances of making the World Series this year are? It's looking like a good start, am I right?
Yeah, we're off to our best start in 51 years at 8-0. And I love our chances because of our pitching. We just got off a 4-game road series against San Diego State, and we only allowed 2 runs in 4 games. Matt Boyd, pitcher of the week. And this team has the talent, and the coaches had the experience to take us a long way. So I love our chances of making the World Series this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously there's a lot of games left to be played. Still have to go to Pac-12 play. It's very early, but if we have to pick right now, I'd say this is absolutely a team that's going to be earning a trip to Omaha. Like you pointed out, the pitching is a huge part of winning a championship in baseball at any level, and especially our bullpen. The Beavers' bullpen has been outstanding, and that's what you need in the postseason, late in games. You're trying to hold on to a small lead. You need a good bullpen. Also, Beaver Nation needs something to cheer for right now. So if we can cling on to this hope of the baseball team going to the CWS, might as well do it while we can.
Agreed. So the Beavers basketball team heads to Eugene tonight. That's where they're at to play their rivals, the Ducks. What do you think that's looking like? I know we've talked about the basketball team's strengths and weaknesses, I guess, to put it nicely, in the past. What do you think their chances are down there?
Well, we're 3-9 in the Pac-12 this year. Oregon, like I said, is atop the Pac-12, and we only have 1 road game win, just 1. So it's not looking hopeful for us. We're on the decline. I'm going to have to say Oregon's going to have to win this game tonight.
Yeah, and that 1 road win came against Portland State in a tightly contested game, and they're having a very down year in the Big Sky Conference. But I'm going to disagree with you. I'm liking the Beavers' chances tonight in Eugene. Yeah, I've got a good feeling about this game. I see the Beavers' big men stepping up, particularly Eric Moreland. He's been grabbing boards like a madman, and I could see him coming in there with a high energy, grab another double-double. Also, Joe Burden, the big senior. He's going out with the bang, playing some of the best basketball of his career right now. I like the Beavers' chances. I think our big men play well, and I think we come out with the upset W.
I mean, Burton, he's still playing well, but we're still losing. And last year when we won at Oregon, we had a guy named Jared Cunningham, as you might know.
I've heard of him, yeah.
But, we don't really have him anymore, so I'm going to have to take Oregon.
All right. Well, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, but when we get back, we'll bring a very special guest on the show to talk about his dunk contest victory. So stay tuned. Well, we're back, and joining us tonight is wide receiver Aboom Gwacham. How are you doing tonight?
I'm great. Pleasure to be on the show.
Well, thanks for coming. We were just talking about basketball at the roundtable, and at this past weekend's game, I think you got a chance to participate in the dunk contest and won. So do you want to walk us through your dunk process, or how did that even come about?
Well, I was with a few teammates, and they talked about maybe I should try going from the free throw line. And at first, I kind of took it jokingly, and we practiced it a week before it, and I was getting pretty close. So I decided, well, maybe I should try it. Maybe the adrenaline will help me out a little bit on game day. So we went out and tried it, and it actually worked.
Yeah, I think it was a really good dunk, and Jacob got some pretty good footage of you. So I I know he was really excited about that. But was it different being in a different arena or a different setting?
A little bit.
The football field.
A little bit, but I mean, it was fun though. We were just having fun with it.
Yeah.
Boom, let me jump in here real quick. You told me that you thought about jumping over Josh Andrews as part of maybe a possible routine, but that got nixed at the last minute. What happened there? Can you talk about that?
Well, we didn't want to do anything too dangerous, and Coach Solosi, who was in charge of it, he decided, let's play it safe, let's not get out of hand. So had to tell Juice to kick it and decided to go from the free throw line instead.
Well, very cool. We're glad to see that your athleticism got to be shown off in a different way. We've got one more question for the roundtable, so Aboom, feel free to chime in if you want. But guys, I don't know which one. Alex, you want to take this one
Sure.
first? The NFL Combine was this week, and Jordan Poyer and Marcus Wheaton were taking part, of course. Do you guys think that improved or hurt their draft stock? What do you think? How do you feel about where they're at?
Well, first impressions right off the bat, I think it helped Marcus Wheaton's draft stock immensely. I mean, he looked strong, he looked fast, he looked like he had all the tools that an NFL team's looking for. Michael Irvin had a lot of praise for him of the NFL Network, a Hall of Fame wide receiver, one of the best to ever play the game. So I think, and his speed was showcased. Obviously, he's a very fast guy. Beat DeAnthony Thomas in a 100-meter dash earlier. Obviously, that's not part of the combine. That doesn't happen on the football field. But speed's a hot commodity in the NFL. So I think Wheaton's draft stock is up. Poyer, I mean, he's going to get drafted, obviously, but I don't think he did anything to help his cause. I don't think he did anything to hurt his cause, but that's my take on it.
Jacob, what do you think?
Well, I agree that Wheaton stock's up. He ran the 4.54 40-yard dash, and what impressed me the most was his benching. He had 20 reps at 225 pounds. It was the third most out of any of wide receivers in the draft. And Poyer, he ran a 4.54, which is average for DBs, and he only got up 8 reps on the bench. So I think his stock drifted a little bit. I say he goes like late third round, but I mean, still a decent draft.
Yeah, and combine aside, one thing that helps him is he's kind of a do-it-all player. Returning kicks.
Yeah.
He can cover. He can blitz the quarterback. So he's just a versatile player, and maybe some intangibles that don't show up in the combine.
Very cool, very cool. All right, so the last part of our segment, is the Pac-12 picks, of course. So let's run down the line. I know we're getting towards the end of basketball season for some teams, but first pick, ASU at USC.
Well, I'm going to take USC in this one. They played them to overtime in the last meeting, and but now they're at home, so I'm going to take USC.
I've got to go with Arizona State. I called them a bubble team before on this show. Now I think of them as a surefire NIT team. But, USC is just not that good, and despite what you said, you made good points. I don't see ASU losing this game.
What do you think?
I'm taking USC with you.
Okay.
Cool. Colorado at Cal.
I'm going to take Cal. They might be the hottest team in the Pac-12 right now. They've won 5 in a row and 7 out of the last 8, and plus they're at home, so I got to go Cal.
Not to use a cliche, but Cal is a bubble team, and I do see them going to the NCAA tournament. And if they keep up this run, they could win the Pac-12 tournament, so I got to go with Cal.
Cal for me, too.
Cool. Arizona at UCLA.
UCLA already beat Arizona this year on the road, so I'm going to have to take UCLA. They're at home. They've been playing well, so I'm going to take UCLA at home.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I actually do agree with you there, Jacob. Arizona's coming in at number 11. They're a real good team, arguably the best in the conference, but I think UCLA wins this game at home.
Taking UCLA too. Arizona started off the year hot, but a few slips there, but UCLA for me.
Cool. Washington State at Washington.
Well, Washington State has lost 10 of their last 11, but their only win came against us of their last 11 games. So I'm going to take Washington at home.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to pick the Cougars in this one. They are the worst team in the Pac-12, and rivalry game, you could say throw it all out the window in a rivalry game, but not in this case. Got to go with the Huskies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you 100%, going with the Huskies.
All right, Utah at Stanford.
I'm going to take Stanford in this one. They've been struggling a little of late, but I'm going to take Stanford at home.
Yeah, Stanford's got 2 great big men in Dwight Powell and Josh Hustis. They did lose to Oregon, but I think they're a real solid team, and I got to go with Stanford. Utah's not that good.
Cool.
Stanford for me, too. They're just too polished. Going with them.
Cool. All right, and I know we talked about this a little bit, but final picks, maybe some score predictions. OSU at Oregon.
Like I
Civil
said
War.
before, Oregon, they're top the Pac-12. Oregon State, we're near the bottom. Oregon, they're looking for like a seed in the NCAA tournament. We're looking for nothing this year. Oregon's on the rise. I have to take Oregon, and I'm going to say 76-68.
A lot of great crime cases have been solved on hunches. And while this isn't a crime case, I'm going to go on a hunch here. I'm going to take the Beavers. Oregon State, the Ducks haven't looked that great in their last 2 games, or 2 out of their last 3 games. Yeah, they beat Stanford, but they lost to Cal 48-46, an ugly game. And it took them overtime to beat Washington State. I watched that game. That was Washington State's game to lose. They really blew that one. So Oregon, maybe slipping up a little bit. It's a rivalry game. I know the players don't really like to think about last year because, they're in a this-year mentality. Obviously, these teams are different. But Oregon State went down and won at Matt Knight Arena last year. I don't see why it can't happen again this year. I'm going on a hunch. I'm taking the Beavers 66-61 at Oregon.
I got to take the Beavs, too. Hopefully they'll finish this year off strong.
That's what I like to see, man.
Got to stick with my Beavs.
Some believers here.
I know. I won't put my 2 cents in. All right. Well, that's it for tonight, folks. Be sure to tune in next week for the last Beaver Sports Show of the term. Alex?
Yeah, please tune in to 88.7 KBVR this Friday, 2 to 4 p.m. Against the Spread Sports Talk Radio, hosted by yours truly. Jacob, let's get you on this week. Let's make it happen.
I will actually come on this week,
Good.
I promise.
Shook on it. All right. And from all of us here at the Beaver Sports Show to you, have a good night.